Hello everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I am back with my TBR Star Hop for the month of November. I am really nervous, apprehensive, might be the word to explain how I feel about playing the game this month, because the last few months have not exactly been gentle on me. It's been a little rough, it's been kind of just full-on mean most of the months. And so I've been very busy with my reading, and I've been just kind of failing over and over again. I feel like I'm just getting bashed down a little bit by the game. So I'm hoping it's nicer this month, but I honestly don't think it will be. I feel like it's just kind of knows that this is the busiest time my life is going to be for a few years. And so it's like, you know what? We're going to make it busier. No, not taking it easy at all. Yeah, that's how it's been. If you want to go back and watch some of those, if you're new to this series, if you're not new, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But let's look and see how I did with the books from last month. Okay, I do have the stack, but I'm going to start with the books that I don't actually own because the stack's heavy and I don't think my brain will be working very well to remember the books that I don't own when I'm holding that giant stack. So, of the books that I don't own that were on this list, we have Binti, which was for a wormhole pick. I did read that one. I think it was the third one in the series. And I did pick Yours Truly for my mood read booktuber fave, and I did read that one. Quite enjoyed it, actually. Some things didn't like as much, but overall really good. And then Lore Olympus Volume 4 was for the spinner wheel pick, and I did not read that one. So you already know I failed, but let's go ahead and look at the rest of the books because I feel like I did not do that bad. Okay, here is the stack of the rest of the books. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, it's heavy. It is, like, I feel like it's heavier than it should be for how tall it is. So, I don't remember what any of them are for. I'm going to be looking at my list. So, we have Radiance for a self-published book. We have One Dark Window for a book 390 to 420 pages. We have River of Silver for a wormhole or black hole pick. I can't remember which one. Inheritance is also a wormhole or black hole pick, I believe. Brazinger? No. Brazinger was a wormhole black hole pick, and Inheritance was a book over 500 pages and ending in an odd number. So that was Inheritance. Enchanter's Endgame was for a book that had a prologue. Empire of Gold was for a hyped book. Oh, I'm not telling you which ones I read and which ones I didn't. I did not read Radiance. I read One Dark Window. I read A River of Silver. I did not read Inheritance. I read Brazinger. I read Enchanter's Endgame. I read Empire of Gold. Blackest Heart was for a book with a map in it. I did not read that. And then Lore Olympus was for a wormhole pick, I believe, as well. And I did read Volume 3, just not Volume 4. So, overall, I did pretty well. I mean, this is a hefty stack. I read a decent amount considering I was like in the middle of my internship. So I'm not mad about it, but I did fail. Ugh. So overall, as you can see, I didn't win, but I'm not mad about my accomplishments for the books that I was able to read for the month of October because it was such a busy month. I mean, I got through quite a few books. It wasn't bad. It still wasn't success though. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to be putting another black hole on the board. I feel like I don't want to start bending the rules too much. Otherwise I'm just gonna like be cheating every time I play the game. And so, I mean, if I fail again, I fail again, but I think I'm gonna do it because last time I didn't. Last month, I didn't put any of the extra black holes on the board. Well, this month, October, and I had a very mean month. So I feel like the board will come for me if I don't. I know that sounds dramatic, but I just feel like if I don't follow the rules, it's gonna be meaner to me. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the extra black hole on the board and we're just gonna be like fingers crossed that I'm able to not hit any black holes this game. I'll take a wormhole, but just no black holes. So let's go ahead and do a random number generator to see where this new black hole is going to go. I'm kind of hoping for a small number like 2. I'd be happy with that. Or even 1, because if it is 1, I'm never actually going to hit it. I don't even know really why I have a 1 spot on there, but just because I have to. But yeah, so like 1 would be ideal, but okay, here we go. 23. I'm not mad about that. It could be worse, it could definitely be better, but I'm gonna be okay with it. 23 is okay. Okay, so here we go to put the black hole on. Ooh, it's like right by the last black hole. Lovely. Okay, first roll, here we go. 7. And a star, starting off well, and the prompt is Buddy Read. Yay, I have a lot of these. Okay, so for the first roll, we got a star prompt, and the prompt is Buddy Read, which is perfect because I put up the poll for my Patreon Buddy Read. It's come back, and we're going to be reading Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I am actually really excited about this series. I've heard people really loving it, and I kind of have heard it described as a whimsical fantasy fairy tale-esque Bridgerton romance series, and I am here for that right now. This sounds like exactly something that I want to read in this kind of cool fall season. It just sounds like a really good read for this time of year, kind of any time of year, honestly. It sounds beautiful. It sounds cozy, and I need cozy. Plus, it's not that long. And this is something that's very important to me right now because I have so much going on. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I actually think I will plan on binging this with my Patreons like I have done in the past. So I will plan on having a day that I will just binge this entire book on sprints with my Patreons because it is shorter and I think it'd be doable. I did it last month with One Dark Window, and that is the longest sprint I have ever had. So this one should be much more manageable. I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is going to be great, and thank you so much to my Patreons for picking this one. This is a great start. We're starting off with a very manageable book. Okay, next roll. Keep it nice. 9. Very good. Okay, a moon prompt. And we get a random number generator. That is okay, I can do that. Okay, so for the next roll, we got a moon prompt, and that was a random number. So I just made a list, and I made it fairly short. I only put 5 books on it for this time, and these are all books that I'm interested in reading. I didn't put any on there that I'm not interested in this time, and then I'll use a random number generator to pick which one of these 5 I will be reading. Pretty self-explanatory, but here's the list so you can see that I am not cheating and just making it up. I will also make a better one to put up here in a graphic so you can actually see it better, but here's my list. I'm gonna grab my phone and do another random number generator. It feels like I've done that. I've only done it once. It feels like a lot. Okay, and generate. 5. Okay, what was 5? Strange and Stubborn Endurance. I'm very happy about this pick, actually. So here is the book, A Strange and Stubborn Endurance by Foz Meadows. And this one I'm very happy they made it on this list because I am planning on buddy reading this book with my friend Sophia. We actually been planning this buddy read for about a year because we wanted to buddy read this book in either November or December. And since it got picked, it's going on for November for me. And then read the second book in the series when it came out. We've just heard such great things about this book. And honestly, I don't really know much about the actual plot of this book at all. I've kind of been avoiding it, honestly. I think this is a fantasy with some strong romantic plot lines, but it's not a romance if I'm not mistaken. But I think it might be just like very beautifully written and kind of tragic is the vibes I'm getting from it. So I'm really excited to try this one out. I'm really hoping that Sophia and I enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to it. And also, I don't know, the cover just kind of has something beautiful and eye-catching about it. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I remember about a year ago, I guess, a lot of people were talking about it a lot. So looking forward to trying this one out. And again, it just kind of feels right for this time of year as well. So overall, the game is being very good to me so far. Fingers crossed that I didn't just jinx myself. Why did I say that? Okay, we're coming up on the danger zone, so fingers crossed this is nice to us. I have no idea if that is nice or not. Okay, I mean, it's a sun prompt, but we are past the black holes. Final book in a series. This actually is not a bad prompt. Okay, next we got a sun, which are usually hard prompts, but this one is final book in a series. And I have so many series going right now that this actually is not that difficult. But the one that I am going to choose is Defiant by Brandon Sanderson. This is the final book in his Skyward series, and it comes out towards the end of the month. The 21st, maybe, whatever the Tuesday is that's closest to the 21st is when this one comes out. It's right before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be going to the Dragonsteel conference. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and last year I read Cytonic the day it came out. I read the entire book. Now, I'm not really anticipating that I'll be able to do that again, because when Cytonic came out, I guess it was 2 years ago, I wasn't going with a friend to this conference. I went with my husband, but he was working a lot, so I had a lot of reading time. But this year, I am anticipating I will be very involved in things going on at the conference, hanging out with my friends and all that stuff. So I probably won't read it day of, but maybe like reading it on Thanksgiving or something. I don't really have plans for Thanksgiving, but yeah, I think I'm going to try to read it the week that it comes out. So I'm excited to be able to fit Defiant on here. I'm interested to see how the series ends. I feel like there's a lot that needs to be wrapped up, so I'm intrigued to see how he does with it. This is his YA sci-fi series, and I really enjoy the main character, Spence. I think she's extra. She's just kind of over the top and very dramatic, and I enjoy her, but I've heard if you don't like Spence, you probably won't like the series, but overall, I thought it's been a great series. It's really interesting. I think the first book was my favorite out of all of them so far, but I am very interested to see how he finishes, because Brandon Sanderson tends to do very well with his final books, in my experience at least. Okay. No 3. No 3, no 10. Whew, fingers crossed. I could do another 9. I'd be good with that. Whew, fingers crossed. 8. 8's good. 8 is good. 3, 5. 8. It's another sun, but that is okay. And our prompt is a book over 700 pages. Seriously. Whew, it's okay. Okay, we are in a great spot. Whew, we are in a great spot. We are so close. I am going out on a limb and putting on a longer book, which I kind of had to, but the sun prompt, over 700 pages. So I don't really have an option on a longer book, but I could have picked a little bit shorter than it is, but I'm going with Inheritance by Christopher Paolini. This is the 4th and final book in the Inheritance cycle, and I have been buddy reading these with my friend Erin. She's not on BookTube, she's like a friend in real life, and we've been reading these in anticipation for Christopher Paolini being at Dragonsteel this year and his new book Murtagh coming out. And I'm really, really excited to read this book. I've been enjoying this reread of the series so much. This is a YA high fantasy series. It follows this boy who finds a dragon egg. It's amazing. I absolutely love the series. I think it's so well written. I love the world. I love the characters. I am just so invested in this. And yeah, part of it is most likely nostalgia, but I just think it is a really, really well done series. I like the plot. I just kind of love how everything is coming together in these books. And I'm really excited to finish it, because I think this book I only read twice. The other ones I read more than that, but I think this one I've only read twice, and so I remember it a little bit less. It is over 800 pages, let me see. It's like 860 pages. So definitely over the 700 mark, but these books have gone really quickly for me because I am really invested in them and really enjoying my time reading them, so I'm not too worried putting this on unless we hit that black hole. That could make me nervous. That could make me worried putting this thick of a book on. But at this point, I am not really worried about it. And I'm just really excited to fit this one on because I am so excited to finish this series. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this, if you can't tell. Okay, we want literally anything but a 2. Ooh, be nice, be nice, be nice. I am so nervous. I do not know why I'm so nervous. It's 1 out of like a bunch of numbers. Oh, yes, yes! Oh, this is so good. Boom! Oh my goodness, I did not expect this month to go so well, but we are on to the spinner wheel. Whew. We're at the end. We are at the end. I am so excited. See, this is why you don't cheat. Whew. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead. We're gonna jump into the spinner wheel. I cannot believe the board was this nice to me this time. It has been mean for so many months in a row that I just didn't even anticipate it being nice. So yeah, this feels good. This is exciting. I'm really happy about this, honestly. And I did get a new phone, but this time my spinner wheels came over. They look kind of funky. I'm gonna have to go and like adjust a little bit, but at this point we're just gonna go with it because we're in the middle of this. Oh, so those of you who don't know, I will spin a wheel, get a prompt, and then I have 10 seconds to find a book that fits that prompt. If I can't find a book within those 10 seconds, I have to spin again. Or if I get the same prompt as I got last time, I have to spin again as well. So those are rules for this point. I'm not really too fussed about what I get. I'm hoping I get one that I can find a book for, but other than that, not really too worried about it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Person on the cover. Okay, what do I want? What do I want? Box. No. 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 Yes. Okay. Got it. Radiance by Grace Draven, well within my time limit. I'm happy about this pick. So if you heard me off to the side, I don't know how well the mic picked it up, but I almost picked up The Blackest Heart by Brian Lee Durfee. And while I do want to read it this month, I don't want it on my official TBR because that's just a lot of pressure. But Radiance, I do want on this TBR. I did not read it last month and I really wanted to, and people were saying in the comments how excited they were for me to read it, how great this book is, how much they loved it. So I am putting it back on for this month. If you've noticed, there are a couple repeats on this one, actually only 2, which I'm kind of impressed that I did not pick more repeats. But yeah, Radiance by Grace Draven is gonna go on there. I am really intrigued by this book. I've heard great things about this author. She writes a lot of fantasy romance, and this one I believe is a political arranged marriage between a human girl and a race who are very human-like but not quite human. That's what I know of this book. I am really intrigued by it. I've heard good things, and I don't know, I just kind of wanted to dip my toes into this author to see if she would be one that I really enjoy, so I'm excited to be able to fit it on. Plus, it's not that long. This has been a great game. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the books I have on my list. I can hold my stack. It's not even heavy. It feels so manageable. I am so happy about this. Okay, so the one book I don't have is Defiant, which was for the final book in a series. Then I have Radiance for spinning wheel pick person on the cover. Half a Soul for a buddy read. This is my Patreon buddy read for the month. Strange and Stubborn Endurance for a random number generator. And Inheritance for a book over 500 pages. This is so manageable. These are all books that I'm really excited about and books that I'm really in the mood to be reading. They're all kind of fitting in perfectly, which I am really happy about. I feel like the board did not make me pick books that I didn't want to read, that I wasn't interested in this month. So yeah, this is a great stack. I wish I would have done it for my birthday month in October, but I'm not sad about it. I'll take it for November too, because November is also going to be very busy. And I'm very excited about this. Plus, I am really looking forward to the first weekend in November. I am going to be doing a 48-hour TBR Mini Star Hop Readathon with my Patreons. And so I'm probably going to be able to get through several of the books on my TBR on that readathon. So I should be a decent chunk into my TBR after just the first weekend because of how manageable it is. And I am very happy about this. This is perfect. I don't think you guys realize how happy I am. There is one other book that I would like to read this month, but I am anticipating I'll probably just start it and not finish it, and that is The Blackest Heart by Brian Lee Durfee. This is a buddy read that I'm doing with my friend Abby from the channel Abby Salter, and it's thick. It's thick, it's high, grim, dark fantasy, and it's dense. There's a lot going on. This is a complex world, complex politics, lots of characters. So reading this book is not a light activity. So definitely going to try to fit in as much as possible, and I would love to be able to read the whole book this month, but yeah, this is the only one I think that's not on this list that I already have a commitment for this month. So overall, very manageable. And that is it for my TBR for the month of November, almost October. I am so happy about it. This is so doable, so manageable. I'm really excited that the board was nice to me this month, and hopefully I'll be able to get just one. I'll be able to get one of those extra black holes off and be making progress towards having only the basic one black hole on the board, because like I've said before, I don't want to make new black holes. I only have 2 extra ones made. I thought that would be adequate. Apparently not. And I just don't want to have to like make another one at this point. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun with it. I hope you enjoyed it even though it wasn't mean to me this month, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.